Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Nikki here, and it's time for part 5 of my series JJJ 30, or 30 ways to decorate a junk journal. Now, in the initial video, which you can find in my playlist, I said I would include some of my decoration using freebies. And today we're going to start off with this gorgeous little freebie that I just printed onto some cardstock. It can just stay white because we're going to use this to make a very simple tuck spot. Now, this freebie came from a fabulous Facebook group that I'm in called Free Printables for Your Junk Journal with TLC. And I'll pop a link down to that in the description box. And not only do you get lots of delightful freebies, she also makes beautiful journaling kits and all sorts, and also a monthly subscription of things you can use if you want to create your own junk journal pages and things like that. So it's a really great group to be part of. And that's where this came from. And as you can see, it has a sewing theme. So I thought we'll decorate a page, making a very simple tuck spot, and we're going to give it a sewing theme. So the first thing we're going to do, I think I will just put a tiny bit of vintage photo around the edge just to soften this a little bit. Let's start with that. I don't want a lot. I'm not going full on vintage here, but you'll see we're sort of hinting in that direction. So we'll just soften things a little bit. There we go. Very, very simple. So by printing on cardstock, that makes a good tuck spot. It just makes it a little bit more solid. If this was a magazine image, I probably would have stuck it down onto another piece to give it some strength. Now that can sit there for a minute. I've chosen this as my background because I think that sort of is a lovely match. But before we pop that down, I found a few little things, and I just want to put a couple of things down on the background that you'll sort of see a hint of as we put all this together. So the first thing I want to do is add this cute little pair of scissors that was in my magazine stash. Got a bit carried away when I was cutting it out. So I've just got to make sure that join works okay. And I just want to put this down here. It's just to create a little bit of interest in the background. So obviously one does use scissors. The other thing I found was a couple of cute buttons, again in my magazine stash of goodness. And I want to add those to the page. We might put one up there. And then one more. Oops, that's the end of that glue. But that's okay, I have more. And we'll pop that one there. So just when everything else is on top, we'll just see a few little highlights of things in the background. So now we need to add our tuck spot. Very simply, I always get this wrong. I need to go here and here. Just want a thread of glue so we can put our tuck spot down. You always just have to be careful that you put it on the right side. I suppose in this case it wouldn't matter which side I put it on, but I would prefer to fill that blank spot. So there we go. Bit of glue for that. Actually, I can leave that open. I need that next. So we're going to put this down here. And there we go. Tuck spots don't get much easier than that. They don't always have to be elaborate. There we go. Now, while that's drying off a little bit, that won't take long. Another free printable. I'm sure if you're into junk journaling, you will know all about Tracy Fox. This was a free printable she gave away. They're like thread spools Very, very pretty. Got that for being in her group at some stage. I've had this one for a while. So I thought we're going to add a little bit of extra decor here. Now, I'm going to put a tiny bit of glue down here. And the reason why I'm doing that is to really make this look authentic. I want to add some actual thread to this spool. So I thought I'd go with a sort of pale pink, because this one is quite dark, but I love the colours on it. So we're just going to hold that down there. We're going to wrap it around just a few times and try and get it to stay there. There we go. And then we'll just do another one sort of like that. Hold it there for just a sec. And then we'll snip this off. There we go. And that way, that looks like a very cute sewing themed embellishment. And I'm going to glue that down there to fill in that little spot. So I'll just pop a bit of glue all over it. Oh, grab the tweezers. And that fills in this little gap down here. Well, won't affect our tuck spot, except right down in the corner, but that's really not going to matter. If I wanted to be really particular, I could have just not put glue there, but we want it to hold steady. So there we go. Now, I wanted to make a tag to put in here. So I found this lovely piece of, this was from a magazine, cut out a tag. I kept it on the thin side to sort of go with this because this isn't so wide. And I had prepped, got everything ready to make a tag. And what did I do? I went and sewed around it before I'd cut the tag corners off. So guess what? We're not going to have a traditional tag-shaped thing because that didn't work. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not that important. I did back this onto some coffee-stained grid paper, and I also glued a little bit extra on the back. This is not really for decorative purposes. This is because I'm actually going to sew a button onto this, and I thought I just wanted a little bit of extra strength at the back there, but I used the same thing, so it sort of looks quite cute at the top there anyway. So yes, guess what? We're not having a traditional tag, but that's okay. We are going to put a tiny little bit of glue here. And that's just to sort of try and hold this in place. This is just a piece of sari silk scrap that I found that I thought went well. And we're just going to pop that on there just for a minute. Just so when I'm sewing, I don't have to try and hold everything in place and then it all moves around everywhere. It doesn't have to be perfect because that's what we're going to use actual needle and thread for. I'll just pop my little, oh, I've broken another one of those plastic pins. I love using those plastic pins for my glue bottles, but then of course, what does she go and do? She does break them every now and then, but that's okay. I've got plenty more. So now we're going to tuck this back up. Probably should have put some glue there, but it'll be okay. And then we're going to come up somewhere in the middle here. Doesn't really matter exactly where. No, a bit further down. That should do it. And I found this cute little pearl button in my stash. Now we're just going to put this on an angle so that I sew down this bit, and that way it won't go anywhere. There we go now. Oh, it's being fiddly. There we are. No, I think I've gone a bit too far over there. There we go. Of course, trying to come back up through this, I might just leave it as a, oh no, look at that. Oh, now that's a fluke. Usually when you try and do that, you end up having 25 stabs at it. But no, we got that done. I used quite a thick piece so that even if I only did one, it would have worked fine. And we'll just tie this down. There we go. Trim that off. Voila. So we have a cute little tag. I might just even this up a little bit though. That'll get rough in. Oh, there you go. Look, that was hard. Not. And we have created a very simple tag to pop in to our tuck spot. And I was thinking if I pop it in at a bit of an angle, we then get a nice little glimpse of the things we've put in the back. And voila, another very simple page. Actually, I think I've got more of these, but I might cut one more out and just pop it in there. But otherwise, how simple was that? And we have a very cute sewing themed page using some great free printables. I hope you enjoyed part 5. See, cute things can come very simple. Don't have to get too elaborate. But I love how that turned out. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, pop them down in the box below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would, for all paper crafting fun. Until next time, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye for now.